Hey guys, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite Stefan Feld games called Merlin. Merlin is a 2 to 4 player game from Queen Games. It's also co-designed by Michael Reineck. This is a game where players are knights, and they're knights of the round table, and they're trying to influence their knight and Merlin to move around the board to pick up goods, to help them fight off traitors, to help them collect apples, and to help them build buildings. But at its core, check this out, it's a roll and move game. So, with that, let's go down to the table, see how it plays. Alright, so here's a game of Merlin. I have it set up as one player just because it's huge, but it doesn't really change a bunch for a 2-player, except you can send some of these little guys home, back to the board, and maybe lose some points at the end of the round. Other than that, you can go anywhere somebody else is, it doesn't really matter. So, to set up, you're going to put all the certain colors of flags, cubes, and shields in the certain principalities. You're going to put Merlin on the purple space on the table. You will put the goblet right here and Arthur's sword on the appropriate spaces. You start out with a tile that's going to give you some information. I don't know if you can see this that well, but it's saying that I start in the orange. So this is my guy, my little knight. He's going to start in the orange section. I get a flag from orange, which I gave myself right here. So I have an orange flag. I get a blue cube. I have a blue cube. I get a purple shield. I have a purple shield. And I get to put some of my influence in gray, which I have done right there. So that everybody's going to get a different one of those. We're all going to get 3 Merlin staffs, which are going to help us use the Merlin action on a turn twice in a row. You can do that 3 times, or they're worth points at the end of the game. You're going to get 3 blue die, which are move my blue guy, and 1 white die, which is going to move Merlin. I'll explain what that does later. We're going to get 4 cards, which are going to be goal cards that we're trying to fulfill. So they look something like this. There's a character at the bottom, which is what it's going to affect. There's some points, and then there's the condition in the top left on here. So you're going to get 4 of those. We are going to get 3 traitors, which are going to look like this. They're going to attach to the top of the board. So this is a traitor from the gray area. And I have to defeat these by getting shields of that color throughout the game by the time I get to the end of the second round. So you have 2 rounds to get rid of the traitors. I have 2 grays and a brown. We're also going to have this board, which I may or may not get into. It's one of the variants of the game, so I may not go into that too much. And we're going to get, that's it. We're going to put apples here. We're going to put the traitors there, round marker there. You start at 0 points. And 3 face-up gold cards that you can take later. Alright, so let's just get started. So before we get started, we're going to roll the dice. And then I'll start explaining it as we go. So I rolled a 1, a 4, a 2, a 4, and a 6. And a Merlin die, I rolled a 4. Alright, and we also have the Environ area over here, which is where you're going to build little buildings. They look like this on these areas to kind of get an area majority bonus and collect what you cover up. I'm using an expansion, which is Queenie's 1, I think, because some of these tiles are blank. They don't have any special stuff in the base game. So I have the addition where every tile has something cool going on. And they have some extra Merlin staffs that you can collect. So that's that. We probably will get into that because I really like that. Alright, so on your turn, you're going to take a die. You're going to put it in the center of the table. Your knight, which is your color, can move clockwise. Merlin can go either way. You have to move the number of the die you roll unless you have a flag that says otherwise. So my flag is not great because there aren't any other knights. So either way, let's see. So what do I want to do? Let's see what I can do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So I told you we could build, so let's just build. I want to put the 6 in there. I'm going to move this 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This action is a building on a hex, so I get a build on a hex. So the way the building works is, I have a blue cube. To build, you have to build, the blue is going to go this way, or this way. So since I only have blue, I can build in this diagonal or this straight line down. So I'm trying to decide what color building I want for in-game scoring, and I'm also trying to think of what bonus I want. So I am going to, let's see, I'll cash in my blue cube, put it back in the supply, and I will go ahead and I'm going to go here because that's going to give me a shield or a cube from anywhere I have influence. So that's gray, and I need a gray because I have 2 baddies. So I'll go here, and I'm going to take a gray shield and put it over here. Now I'm 1/3 of the way to defeating my baddies. All right, so that's my first turn. Second turn, I can. What do I want to do? I can move 2, so I can go to gray, or I can go 4. So we'll go to gray. So I'll use my 2. We're going to go to gray. So when you go to gray, you're going to send one of your workers over to the area to take a good. So let me go over these real quick. The lady holding the little influence disc, she's going to put influence on the board. So I would take a little thing and I would put it right there. The guy with the flag, he's going to give me a flag. Whoa, dropping everything. All right, good job. The guy with the shield, going to give me the shield, of course. And the guy with the cube gets me a cube. So over here, do I need black? I do need black. I do not need black. So I'm going to go ahead and put take a cube, actually. So I'm going to put my cube guy out right here. They have corresponding spots on the board, and I'm going to take a cube. Put it on my board. All right, so that's my second turn. Third turn, I'm got a 4, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need that one. Oops, I put this in the wrong spot. Oops. Gray goes there. All right. Yeah, I need another gray, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can do anything I need in gray. I need a shield, but I could also use a flag. Nope. Cube. I want to take a shield, so I'm going to put my shield guy there, just like that. And I'm going to take a shield. So now I have all of my gray guys toast. And now I have Merlin. He can go either way, so I have a 4. Let's see what he can do. He can go to blue or he can go to orange. Let's see. What do you want to do, Merlin? Let's go. Oh, I need to look at my goal cards too. Okay, so at the end of my last turn, I met this goal. 2 gray shields. So I'm going to complete it. So here's how this board works, which I'm going to explain it this time, and then I'm not going to go into it anymore. I can decide, since this is a 2-point card, and it goes to the shield guy, I can decide to take one of these markers, and I can take any of the shield guy bonuses, level 2 or 1. So all the level 2s mean every time I get to put out a shield guy, if I'm on gray, it can go anywhere. It's allowed to go anywhere. It's not restricted to the color. The level 1s are going to give you an extra point every time you complete a card like that, and the level 3s are going to give you a special power once every 2 rounds. So I'm not actually going to do this. I'm just going to take 2 points. So that's what all of those do, essentially. But I'm taking 2 points. So I'll discard this card, and I get 2 points. Then I immediately draw a new card, and I will take this one. When you take a new one, you refill it. You can also draw at the top, but I just took one off the pile. So now 4, what do I need? I need a black or a blue. Oh man. Let's use my apple. I'm going to use my apple. So what the apple does is it lets you turn the die to anything you want, and then you get to take that action. So let's see, what do I want to do here? I can move anywhere I want, essentially, with Merlin. So I'm actually going to build again. So I'm going to go here, make this a 3. I have a black cube. So I can build here, here, or here. So let's see, what bonus do I want? I want to put out some influence or something. So let's do that. So I'm going to build right here. That lets me put an influence, take a flag, or take a shield anywhere I want. So I put my black cube back, and I want to take a shield from brown because I'm pretty far away from brown. So I'm going to do that. Take the shield from brown, and now that guy is toast. All right, so that's the end of round 1. You're going to adjust this to round 2, and then take your die back. Then we get started. So I'll roll them again. I'm going to play through 2 rounds, and I'll show scoring. Scoring's going to be a little wonky because I'm the only one playing, but you'll get the point of it, I think. So I have a 4, 2, and a 3, and then I have a 3 white. All right, let's see. So 2 is going to take me to the chalice. 3 is going to take, I guess it's the Holy Grail. 3 is going to let me build. 4 is going to take me to blue. And then Merlin can go to this one. Nope. The Excalibur or purple. Alright, so I'm going to move Merlin first. I'm going to move Merlin. I get to go here. I get to take Excalibur. And that is going to let me, I forget what Excalibur does, so let me look at the rules, because I did not come prepared. Excalibur, sorry, Colorado, but that is okay. Places it next, then the player chooses one of the traders attached to their castle board and puts the tile on the discard pile. Alright, so I am going to get to kill a trader, so I will go ahead and kill one of these guys. So they're out. Alright, and then if I have this at the end, I get some extra points. But just know that matters, but I'm probably not going to get there. Alright, so I move Merlin. Then I'm going to... Man, I need some apples. So I can move 4, 3. Let's move through. Oh, I can't build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't move 5, 3, 2. I don't want that. Yikes. Alright, I'm just going to move 4. That'll take me to blue. Then I'm going to take a blue cube because I like to build. And then I have a 2 and a 3. So a 3 is going to let me move a person adjacent 1 space. It's not bad, but I'm going to do the 2 so you can see that action. So 2 is going to go here. That means I'm going to get 1 point for everywhere I have influence. So I have 1 influence, and that's it. All right. So I have 1 influence, so I get 1 point. Not a great turn, but it's okay. I'm just showing you how the game works. Next, I have a 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can go here, and I get to take a cube from somewhere I have influence, and that is gray. So now I have a blue and a gray cube. All right, and that is the end of round 2. So this is when a scoring round would trigger. So scoring, first thing you're going to do is you're going to fight off the baddies. So you have to get rid of 1 shield for each baddie that you fight. So I'll get rid of these, and then this, and these baddies go away. Because I defeated them with Arthur. Again, I messed up on, didn't pay attention. Let me get some in-round scoring. I have Excalibur, so I get 3 additional victory points. So I get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. All right. Next, we would refill, but I'm not going to play through another round, so I'm not going to do that. You take 3 new ones and put them on your board. Then we're going to look over here and score majority bonuses. So I had the majority here, so I would get 2 plus 2, so I would get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we would score majorities over here. If you have the Holy Grail, it breaks. You could put it somewhere and it would break a tie if there was a tie. But that doesn't matter, so no points here. Here I have 1 point, so I get 1 point. And that's it. And then you get points for everybody you have on the board, so I get 2 more points. So that is a complete 2 rounds of the game with scoring and how all the actions work. I didn't go over all the actions, but yeah, it's going to do a lot of taking stuff from the board, building, getting shields, moving your people around, trading out cards from your personal supply from either the face up or here. Some of these are going to let you trade cubes, so I could trade like a cube for a flag or whatever. But yeah, that's essentially how the game works. And let's go up to the top and we'll see what we think about it. All right, so that was Merlin. I'm going to spoil it right now. BGM Accepted. If Joel would play it, it would probably be Hall of Fame. But this is a 5. This is a BGM 5. I love this game. It is probably my favorite game that I've played in a while. And it's roll and move. How amazing is that? But in normal Stefan Feld fashion, you have ways to manipulate your dice. So let's get started. The theme, incredible. Again, it could be anything, but it's nice that it's a different theme, even though it really doesn't come through a ton. You're a knight and you have Merlin traveling around and trying to influence principalities. That's cool. It's interesting. But the mechanisms are really neat. You're trying to decide, you have 3 dice. Your guy can move clockwise. But do you want to use the 3 first? And then based on where your 3 is, then you can use your other 2 dice. Do you want to use your 6 first? And that's going to shift what your other dice can do for you. Tons of decisions. Tons and tons and tons of decisions. And then when you get to a principality, do you want to get a shield? Do you want to get a cube? Do you want to put out influence? Do you want to get a flag? Do you need the flag? Because you have goal cards, you may not ever need the flag. Oh man, it's crunchy. It is amazing. And the traders that come in at the beginning of every round, then you got to make sure that you're getting some shields, because you know how Stefan Feld likes to do it. He likes the game to beat you down and make you cry and make you hate your life. So the traders do that, because you lose 3 points for every trader that you can't defeat. So you definitely want to kill those baddies. But yeah, I basically gave you a quick overview when I was going through this. There's really so much more to it. I didn't explain all the rules. I didn't go into detail. But just know that this game is amazing. And if someone ever wants to play a Stefan Feld and they haven't, definitely bust this out. Everyone's familiar with roll and move. Most people know who King Arthur is. Most people know who Merlin is. So you got the theme going for you. You got roll and move actions going for you. And then from there, their mind would just go, it would be blown. So yeah, that is Merlin from Queen Games with designer Michael Reinick and Stefan Feld. And I already spoiled it. 5. Way accepted. So yeah, if you dug this video, check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/boardgamemechanics. We also have an audio podcast that you can check out at bgmechanics.com. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/theboardgamemechanics. And we're on Twitter at bgmex and Instagram at boardgamemechanics. So that was Merlin. Hope you dug it and keep gaming.